Hello, Scrappy Peeps! Suzanna here today to share with you this layout created using the June Flavor of the Month's kit from the Scraproom. I am using the Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush collection. So when you subscribe, if you subscribe to the Flavors of the Month, you're going to get 3 pieces of pattern paper, 2 pieces of cardstock, and a selection of embellishments. So those were the embellishments from the actual kit. And these are each of the 3 papers included in the main kit. You can see I've cut the flowers out already. And then these are the 2 pieces of navy cardstock. I absolutely love them and they're smooth. I also subscribe to the pattern paper add-ons as well as the embellishment add-ons. So the embellishments for the month were those, and then those were the pattern papers. I am only going to use the embellishment add-ons this month. So I am creating primarily with 2 pieces of cardstock not cardstock, I'm sorry, pattern paper. So I really like those painted swatches, the circles. And so I'm going to use them as the background for my layout, but in order to give a little bit more visual interest to them and to make them pop, I am going to back them with that blue stripe that you see there. I really like the way that the electric blue with that navy goes with the words Porto. That is a destination or a city in Portugal. And so I am just going to use that top left frame that helps me conserve my paper and be able to get more out of it, but it also provides a design principle that I'm aiming for and improve my design there. So I'm just going to randomly cut at the back there, and you can see how I'm trying to preserve as many of the flowers as I can, just so that I can stretch the paper a little bit further there. I do need to trim down that other paper, the inner paper with the circles, in order to make it 12 by 12. I don't quite trust my trimmer at this point, so I am going to just draw the lines so that I know where it is that I need to cut. Again, just so that I get a true 12 by 12 there. So you can see I have 3 photos. One is, they're odd sizes, so I can't off the top of, I believe that is a 3.5 by 7, the one that says Porto, and if you look closely, the 3 of us are in there. And then I have printed on a 4 by 6, those 2 wallet size photos that are just side by side. And I left them together. My intent when I had printed them, you can see I've got a slightly wider white border between the 2 photos, had been to cut them, but I actually like them as a strip. It works with that horizontal movement that has been created by the large title that says Porto there. So that is literally all I am doing with the pattern paper, other than the fussy cut flowers that will complement the flowers that do come with the assortment that come in the kit. And I like the way that the flowers are circular elements that complement the circles that are in the pattern papers there. But because I have this strong horizontal cluster of photos, I have this strong cluster of horizontal embellishments up the top that complement that moving from the opposite direction. So your eye is led into the center of the layout because you've got the Just Chillin' and the goodies up there that point into the center. And then you have the arrow that points into the center down in that bottom cluster there. I had thought I would do some tone on tones, but I really like the splashes of color throughout the layout that just adds some visual interest, because when your eye is caught by the orange on the green, it draws your attention to something as opposed to just that busyness that you get trapped in, kind of like an eddy or a ripped current that just kind of circles you in. So for a little bit of dimension, I'm just going to use some of my Thermoweb foam. It's actually for the backing of things that you do with the flocked fleece or other things. I like it just for a little bit of dimension. It's not a lot of dimension. It's not quite as high as the double-sided foam tape, but I like how it just gives a little bit of raise of these photos and creates just a little bit of shadow of the photos on the photo down below. And so that arrow then is somewhat going downhill, but that's okay because with the darkness of the arrow, you don't really see that. I thought that I might try and create a visual triangle with those flowers, but instead it ends up being on a diagonal. I have done a lot of that lately, working on the diagonal. I like that, just that diagonal movement as opposed to a busier pattern. I'm not sure what it is. It is something I'm hung up on lately, is that diagonal pattern. So just a tone-on-tone flower there, the pink flower with the yellow center onto the pink. And I like the way that the blue florals, the blue leaves complement the blue in the rest of the layout, again, and sort of breaks up the grid of those circles there. So in a way, this could be part of my breaking out of the box series, where it kind of is a grid layout, but you are breaking the grid of the circles by putting those photos that overlap and then extending through the circles and combining them. So I have pretty much determined how this layout is going to look. It's just a matter of securing it down, and then you know me, once I've secured all those things down, I need to put just a few more little finishing touches. And so for those finishing touches, I am going to go ahead and use those chipboard elements there that are from the Sweet Rush collection, and that is from the add-ons. So if you're not aware, if you do subscribe to these kits and you get the add-ons, you get all four kits. Same thing with the flavors of the month kits. You get all 4 flavors. And so I am just working with this particular kit to show you what you can do with it. You don't have to subscribe to the embellishment add-ons nor the pattern paper add-ons, but I do like how it does grow the selection of things that you have, but it also doesn't become overwhelming like having an entire collection can sometimes become. So I love the way that this chipboard piece, this teeny tiny piece, it says life is better when you are laughing, draws attention to that arrow there and makes it pop a little bit more with that lighter color and just kind of wraps everything up. And so that, my friends, is going to wrap up the layout. I have not journaled on it, but you could see I had pulled a tag out before. I think I might still put a tag in on the left-hand side for some hidden journaling there. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.